Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington. From a very young age, he was deeply curious about how things worked, and he loved reading books. His family encouraged him to study hard and to be disciplined. Bill was not like every other child because he showed a strong interest in computers at a time when computers were not common in schools or homes. He attended Lakeside School, where he was introduced to a computer terminal. This was the beginning of a lifelong journey. At Lakeside School, Bill met Paul Allen, who also shared the same passion for computers. The two boys became friends and spent hours learning programming. They experimented with computer code, and soon they realized they had a gift for understanding how machines could be instructed to perform tasks. While many of their classmates were busy with sports, Bill and Paul were busy writing code late into the night. Bill Gates continued to focus on technology when he went to Harvard University. Although he was studying law at Harvard, he spent most of his time in the computer lab. He was fascinated by programming more than by his official studies. Paul Allen showed him an article in a magazine about the Altair 8800, which was one of the first personal computers ever built. This article changed their lives. Bill and Paul saw an opportunity to write software for the new machine. They quickly wrote a version of the programming language BASIC for the Altair. This was the start of their company, which would later be known as Microsoft. Bill Gates decided to drop out of Harvard so he could fully dedicate himself to building this company. His parents were worried, but Bill was confident in his vision. He believed that one day every home and every office would have a personal computer. In 1975, Microsoft was officially founded by Bill Gates and Paul Allen. They started small, but they had big dreams. The name Microsoft came from microcomputer and software. Bill Gates worked tirelessly writing code, managing business deals, and convincing computer manufacturers to use their software. He was known for his intensity and his perfectionism. He often stayed at the office for long hours, rarely sleeping. The big break came when IBM, the largest computer company at that time, asked Microsoft to provide an operating system for their personal computers. Bill Gates did not have an operating system ready, but he quickly made a deal to buy one from another company. He and his team improved it and named it MS-DOS. This software became the backbone of IBM computers and made Microsoft a dominant force in the industry. As the years passed, Bill Gates pushed his team to innovate further. In the mid-1980s, Microsoft introduced Windows, which allowed users to interact with their computers using a graphical interface instead of just typing commands. Windows became extremely popular and spread around the world. Bill Gates had succeeded in his dream of making computers available to ordinary people. By the 1990s, Bill Gates had become one of the richest men in the world. His company, Microsoft, controlled the personal computer software market. However, his journey was not free of challenges. Microsoft faced lawsuits and criticism for having too much power in the industry. Bill Gates had to appear in court to defend his company. Despite these struggles, he kept focusing on technology and growth. In the early 2000s, Bill Gates began to shift his focus. He stepped down from the daily operations of Microsoft and devoted more time to philanthropy. Together with his wife, Melinda, he created the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The foundation works to improve global health education and poverty. Bill Gates began using his wealth to fight diseases such as malaria, polio, and HIV. He also supported education programs around the world to give children a better future. People often ask Bill Gates about his success. He says that success comes from a mix of hard work, passion, vision, and taking risks. He believes that young people should not be afraid of failure because failure teaches valuable lessons. He also says that reading and constant learning are very important. Even after leaving his role at Microsoft, Bill Gates remains a figure of innovation. He is interested in renewable energy and technology to fight climate change. He believes that science and technology can solve many of the problems the world is facing today. Bill Gates' journey is the story of a boy who loved computers and dared to follow his dream. He was not afraid to leave Harvard and risk everything for an idea. He turned that idea into one of the most powerful companies in the world. Then he used his wealth to help millions of people. His life shows us that success is not only about money or power, but also about making the world a better place.